Imagine a village hidden inside a major city where windmills used to turn and artists like Picasso once painted for their dinner. Welcome to a winter day in Paris that starts on a hill and ends in a river of gold. We are exploring the 18th arrondissement, specifically Montmartre. Until 1860, this wasn't even part of Paris. It was a countryside village. Today, it keeps that charm, drawing us up toward the white church watching over the city. To get there, you usually have two choices, climbing nearly 200 steep steps or taking the smart way up. We chose the funicular de Montmartre. Here is a quick travel tip. You don't need a special, expensive ticket for this little train. It works with a standard T+ metro ticket or your Navigo pass. It saved our legs for the exploring ahead, which in freezing December weather is always a win. At the summit stands the Sacré-Cœur Basilica. Notice how blindingly white it looks, even against the gray winter sky. This isn't just paint. The church is built from travertine stone, which releases calcite when it rains, acting like a natural bleach. Essentially, the rain keeps it self-cleaning. The panoramic view of Paris from here is unmatched, though I admit the wind up here definitely tests how good your winter coat really is.
As we stepped off, we noticed the fences were absolutely covered in thousands of padlocks. These are the famous love locks. Years ago, this tradition was on the bridges over the Seine, but after the weight became dangerous, the tradition migrated up here. Couples attach these to symbolize eternal love. But here is the reality check. The city actually cuts them off regularly to save the fences, but the romantics keep coming back. It's a metallic wall of love.
Speaking of the cold, the wind eventually won, and we sought refuge in La Bohème, a colorful bistro right on the square. I ordered a double espresso to warm up. I'll be honest with you, at €6.50, you're definitely paying the tourist price, but for the cozy atmosphere and the feeling of thawing out your fingers, it felt worth it. From the cafe, we watched the famous Place de Théâtre. This square is an open-air museum where legends like Dali and Van Gogh once lived. It might look chaotic, but it's highly regulated. There are only about 149 spots, and artists sometimes wait 10 years on a list just to get a license to paint here, so the people you see holding the brushes are truly the dedicated ones. Walking back down, we navigated the Rue de Saint-Sterkek. This street is widely known as the souvenir capital. It's a bit loud and crowded, but if you need a beret or a tote bag without spending a fortune, this is where you look. At the bottom, we stumbled upon a lovely surprise, the Elysees Christmas market. Unlike the massive tourist spots, this felt intimate, set against the beautiful red brick Art Nouveau church of Saint Jean. I grabbed a classic French hot dog, a baguette with a huge sausage and melted cheese. Simple, hot, and absolutely comforting. After a quick transit through the busy Gare du Nord station, we emerged at the Arc de Triomphe to start our evening. Napoleon commissioned this massive arch to honor his army, though he never saw it finished. Beneath it lies the tomb of the unknown soldier, where an eternal flame is rekindled every single evening. The energy here is always high, with street performers turning the sidewalk into a stage. We ended our journey walking down the Champs-Élysées, often called the most beautiful avenue in the world. This is the golden triangle of luxury. We passed the historic Fouquet's restaurant, where movie stars dine after award shows, and the massive golden gates of RH Paris. Seeing the trees draped in red and gold Christmas lights stretching endlessly into the distance was the perfect finale. From the village vibes of the morning to the sparkling luxury of the night, Paris in winter is exhausting but undeniably magical. Thank you for walking these streets with me today. If you could steal just one moment from today's walk, the warmth of that coffee after the freezing wind, or the dazzling lights of the avenue, which one would you want to experience right now?